Okay, good afternoon, guys. I just want to continue onward with giving you an overview of the project AI and the future. So, as posted yesterday in the announcements, again, we have the overall project of AI in the future now posted underneath the projects. So again, going back, if I just click on the projects tab from the home screen, we can see we've completed everything for the NGO, and now we are in AI and the future. So first up here, you will see again all the breakdown of the different components, the overview and directions. I have posted that video for you so again, if you're missing it, please go back and reference that. But now I'm going to move on to the prompt template, which is going to be due next Wednesday, the 29th. So let's open this up and take a look at exactly what it is that we have to do. So remember, the goal of this project is to engage with AI around and with the future of urban ecology. So before I open this up again, just one last reference point here. Right? If I open up the directions here and I scroll down, we went through the learning objectives. We talked about the general overview of the project and everything of that nature. But again, now you're going to engage with AI in and around these four major themes. Okay, so now let's focus on what does that look like and what am I turning in? So if I look at the directions, let me just zoom in here a little bit. Right? It's going to be due next Wednesday, October 29th, and this is going to be worth 30 points. The first things you are to look at is, again, just reading the directions. You're going to copy and paste the template below the template. So this is what you're going to copy, everything below here, and you're going to paste it into a new Word document, and that is going to be what you're turning in, right? So again, following directions, professionalism is part of the name of the game here. So I should not be seeing any of this as it relates to your final submission of the template. Okay, so moving on from there, be sure to include your name, obviously, when you copy and paste this. But the third and most important thing is on top of turning in the template, you're also going to save your entire AI chat log. So whether you use ChatGPT, you use Perplexity, you use Grok, whatever version you use, you need to save it. What is not going to be useful here? I would not recommend going and just typing things into Google and getting the Gemini just quick responses. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to open an AI system, one that is free, of course. ChatGPT tends to be the easiest one to use. And you're going to have a conversation with it based upon what is now in this template. Okay. So again, just to reiterate, you need to copy and paste from this line down into a new document, everything from here down, put your name, save it, and put that as your template. That'll be the first document you will upload. The second will be that you will copy and paste your entire chat from the AI system of your choice into another document that you will also upload. That is a huge part of this. I need to see your chat. That is when I'm grading the majority of what is everything from here. I want to see how you engage in it. Okay, so moving forward, you're going to need to complete, again, those four topic areas based upon what's in this template. So let's get into that. Name, and then what you're going to use. You're going to tell me this is an acknowledgement statement. Again, for credibility, where did you go? What AIs did you use? Because you'll have to use one for the majority of this, and then you'll have to compare it to a different one. And the reason for that, again, is the purpose of this is to see what different learning model systems are telling you. So that one, You can have, again, just as if you were a researcher, the broadest base of knowledge, but two, to also realize that not all learning model systems are going to spit out the same things, which again should lead us to remember we have to be careful how we take and interpret and, you know, swear and say as Bible, so to speak, or whatever it may be, as being 100% truth, that again, these AI systems are not flawless. They have lots of flaws in them. Okay, so you're going to tell me what you used. You may be doing this over a series of different dates, so you're going to want to make sure to log that. Now, the other thing I really need you to remember here, your chat might not be saved in the free version every single time. And I'll also put this as an announcement. So every time you engage with the chatbot, or every time you engage with AI, and especially free ChatGPT, it doesn't keep a working memory. You need to copy and paste that so that you have access to that for later down the road if you're not going to complete this in all one setting. Then you're going to say, where did I go for some of the academic validation? I went to EBSCOhost. I went to Google Scholar. I went to other things to utilize for my validation. And then you're just going to, I used AI for, again, what is it? You used it for 1, 2, 3, and 4. You used it for, basically you used it for all 4 of these. And then you're also going to say the alternative one that you compared it to. So what does that mean? Okay, notice I have broken it down just by first looking at this. Let's just say each of the big blue prompts here that you see are each of those topic areas from the 4 of your major directions, right? So AI and urban ecology careers, emerging urban job sectors, and the first is the urbanization overview. And again, I've got some language here from the original directions that tells you what you should be kind of researching based on that. From the template or from the directions, remember the first thing I want you to do is to engage with it in different tones. Because different tones I set the stage for how this thing is going to respond to you. Think of it like, again, almost as like acting. You actors take on lots of different roles. They can be a doctor, they can be a banker, they can be a serial killer, right? You could set the tone for telling it how to respond. And again, it would literally be a part of the prompt that you would be designing. I want you to provide for me X, Y, and Z. I want you to think like X, Y, and Z. I want you to imagine X, Y, or Z, right? So again, these are different ways that again, I want to see how you engage to see what types of responses you're getting so that you can see that based upon what you tell it, it's going to regurgitate that back for you in that particular tone or scenario that you've provided for it. And again, scenario based, imagine you're a professor at a university and you're teaching urban ecology and you want to be, right? Or imagine I'm a 4th grader and I'm thinking about a future career in urban ecology. What would you tell me, right? So this is where creativity is going to be your friend. How you talk to it is really going to change how it gives you responses, right? So what are you responding with? What are you actually asking it? You're asking it about how it sees urbanization. Giving, based on each of the different prompt writing that you give it, it's going to give you a different overview of what urbanization is, right? If I go back to imagine you're a 4th grade student and you need to explain to me what urbanization is and how it's important or why I should care about it, right? That's going to be a very different response from AI than if I was to say, imagine you're a college professor teaching urban ecology. How would I best explain urbanization to students, right? So again, that's kind of the first part of this. Then you're going to do response comparison. You're going to see these 3 prompt responses. You're going to see the different tones you've taken, and you're going to answer some questions. How do you feel these were? Do you feel like this was a good output based on kind of your basic understanding of what urbanization is and some of the projects you've already been working on and the discussion boards and the chapters? And then now you're going to revise. Now you're going to, again, what do you think AI missed between the prompts? What do you really think it could have done a better job based on the 3 tones that you expected it to respond with, right? Did it provide too much information, too little information? Was it too robotic in its response? Was it um, too misleading, right? Or again, based upon the tone that you're in, if I'm a 4th grader, you got to think like a 4th grader. What would I want to explore deeper? What would a 4th grader want to know more about that AI didn't give you a good answer to, right? We know little kids always love to ask the question, well, but why? But why? But why? Right? So again, this is to get you to think about that. Notice here a lot of this is your response. So again, should not be seeing you copying and pasting this into AI and saying, fill this out for me. It'll be very obvious that it wasn't you. Okay, your modified prompt. And again, so you're going to modify one of your prompts under your tone, and then you're going to see what did AI get you? Did it give you a different version, right? Can you better explain? Or I don't really understand, or this doesn't make sense, right? That could be your modified prompt. And then you're going to tell me what did AI output for you? So, final reflection on this topic. What did this particular process teach you about it, right? And then you're going to repeat that for each one of the topic areas. At the end, right? So again, I'm not going to go through these because they're the exact same questions that you were going to go through, but based on the 4 topic areas. And then at the end, you're going to again just give a final reflection. So this is what you will need to fill out. So this is 7 pages, but you're going to probably have up to 15, 16 pages. That's okay. Also, notice what I'm not asking for. I'm not asking for you to copy and paste. I want you to provide the summary. I'm going to have a whole copy of your chat. Do not copy and paste from here. This is where you should just give me some very quick bullet points, right, of what is happening. And again, don't ask AI to do that. Do the work. I'm going to see your chat. If your chat has those things in there, I'm going to know that you didn't follow that direction and you are going to be graded on that. So this is the AI prompt template. It is going to take a little bit of time, but again, it's just working with the AI system. So sit down, but again, you need to make sure you save an entire log, the entire copy of your AI conversation. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking at, and I for sure will be going through it. Any questions, concerns, please make sure to reach out to me or set up some office hours so we can talk through it. Okay,